Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Secret Invasion issue number 4. I am finally feeling well enough to even do a video, man. I have been so freaking sick. My Kickstarter is about to end, and I couldn't even advertise it the way that I wanted to. It's 41% funded as of this particular moment. It's got about a day and a half left. This is it's an amazing work. You guys are going to absolutely love it. It's not like anything else you've seen for the most part. The parchment paper that it's written on, it's not actual parchment paper, but everything. It's an amazing book. Um, I don't think it's going to succeed on the Kickstarter. It is what it is. If it doesn't, then we'll find another way to put it out. In the meantime, it is what it is. I'm so freaking sick. I can care less. I can't sleep right because I'm coughing. I wake myself up within an hour falling asleep. You guys don't care about that any more than you care about my book, you sons of. Let me beep that out. um, I'm taking my time getting to the book because at the end of the day, this book sucks. You could say that there are a couple of cool things that happen in the book, but for the most part, this was just horrible. And I had a feeling it was going to end on a horrible note because, I mean, look, spoiler, I read Gods. All right. The issue 1, the preview, whatever the hell it is. It's like 80 pages. It's freaking long as hell. And Doctor Strange is in it, but there are no other familiar characters in it. And the book absolutely sucks. They're trying to change the Marvel Universe, specifically the cosmic aspect of the Marvel Universe. I'm sorry, but Kirby, Didco, Starling, Stan Lee himself. I would trust these guys. Ooh, and don't forget Roy Thomas. I would trust these guys screwing up the history of the Marvel Universe better than I would trust Hickman trying to make it good. I'm done with Hickman at this point. This whole entire book was just boring. Again, as I knew it would be. The first two issues, the first issue alone was like really good because it spelled out so much that could happen, and then it just got into a bunch of talking. And I could see where it was going, and I was really hoping they're just going to get the talking out of the way, the white pages, all that nonsense out of the way, so we can actually get to something good, something memorable, something amazing. No, there was a completely forgettable fight scene, which, to its credit for the art, it did look like those old Ultimate books back in. You remember the Ultimates 1 and 2? I don't remember series 3 of the Ultimates. I mean, that would have probably been really stupid. They would probably had something dumb like Blob eating the Blob, the Wasp, and then vice versa with Hank Pym, and then like Magneto just shifting the polar ice caps by going, "I can't do it." Okay, it's done. The whole the Ultimate Universe tends to fall flat like that. So I did half expect that with Jonathan Hickman because even he couldn't have made it great. But then I read Gods Part One. I'm like, this book was so stupid, and I'll do a review for it just because nobody's going to look at this review expecting there's going to be a Gods review. But at this point, I'm pretty much done with Hickman. Um, Remember the Dark Knight Returns? I think it was Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, that one. You either uh, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a shitty writer. I think we found out what happened here. Hickman's lost it. It's pretty much done. The pen is lifted, the ink is dry. We've given this guy a lot of. I know there's gonna be a bunch of people. I've never seen Hickman as good. Okay, cool. I did. Many of us did, but I did. I saw Hickman as being this amazing writer who could write things that would make you think. He wrote things that would make you go, "Oh shoot!" It wasn't about the action with Hickman. I mean, yeah, there would inevitably be some great, awesome action scene at one point or another, but it was really the idea of the cerebral damage that he was doing to people, where it'd just be like, it would be like watching The Matrix for the first time, where you start to question yourself. And anybody's going to insult The Matrix nowadays. When that movie first came out, everybody was talking about it. Everybody. If you were too young for it, then your mama was talking about it. It was an amazing movie that people were just like, Could we be living in a simulation? I know Neuromancer and Philip K. Dick, and I know I'm not dumb. But that's what Hickman used to do for us. He used to write something so profound we'd sit there and think, and he wouldn't give us the answer, and we'd just be like left beside ourselves wondering, is this real? Like, is this man touched? Like, what's going on? Holy crap. And leave us with all these different things happening that just blow our minds. It was exciting to read comic books. And nowadays his big surprise is you pull off Kang's mask, the Kang Iron Man's mask, and you look and you go, and everybody's questioning, who is it? Whose face is it? And one day Hickman will show us, and nobody will care. And I know that nobody will care because I don't care now. Like, are they even going to show it? Because I don't even care if they show it because I don't care. This book was so horrible, I didn't need to know the ending. And they didn't give us the ending. But I didn't even care. I'm like, oh, okay. Honestly, this book was so boring that I genuinely don't even care if I never find out who was in the Kang Iron Man mask. At one point, young Tony Stark becomes Iron Lad. And it was one of those moments where it's almost like you could just imagine old man Hickman just kind of going, they're going to go crazy over this. And he's lost enough hearing that he can't hear the crickets. Because that's what we're hearing right now. I know this sounds mean, mind you. I did preface this by saying I am really freaking sick. My wife just told me tonight. It's like, yeah, I can't sleep right now, babe, but I'm just going to go out and do whatever. And she's like, try and get some sleep. I know, like, sit up so that, like the phlegm isn't coming up so you're not coughing as much so you can try and sleep, but you got to sleep. You're going to make yourself worse. I'm like, I know. She's like, also, you're getting grumpier. I was like, really, I am? She's like, you are. Oh, man. Guys, sick or not sick, this book sucked. And maybe I needed to be sick to really be able to give the most honest example, because, like, this is not me pulling punches. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm not trying to be nicer than I usually am. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell you what's up. This book couldn't have been worse if he tried. I genuinely believe that. It was so horrible. This is going to turn into an Avengers series or an Ultimate series or who cares? Do you care? If you read this, do you care what happens next? If you do, tell me what I missed. Maybe I missed something. Maybe you saw something that I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I didn't think about it that way. That's the way it used to be with Hickman. It's the way it used to be with The Matrix. And the new one came out, and we're like, this sucks. But yeah, I don't know why I expected more from him, but I knew what we were going to get by the third issue, and I really knew what we were going to get once I read God's issue number 1. I'm pretty much, you know what, out of my system. Hickman, I think I've just developed an immunity to him at this point, is what it is. Guys, take care. The puzzles book, more than 300 riddles for Dungeons and Dragons or Lord of the Rings or any medieval style fantasy role-playing game, tabletop, or if you just like riddles. It's a great book. How to change the difficult. I actually just added two more pages to the book. It's so funny. I just did that yesterday or the day before. Days are kind of blending right now. I did it at some point to add easier ways to change the difficulty level of every single riddle in there. So if one riddle seems too easy and another riddle seems too hard for your players, I teach you how to actually alternate the words so that in a very easy way you can make it more or less difficult. So there's that. Guys, I'll talk to you later. Like the video, watch an ad. Check out the Kickstarter. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.